Alrighty, next day, I'm back. Looking back at the editing, that fucking... I think I spent between an hour and a half on that stupid blue baby, so that was agonizing. But then the other two bosses weren't tough at all. Hopefully I can get better and my stats get a bit better and we can avoid that kind of roadblock for a while. Nice to meet you. I will say that, like, one of the main things I know about the Monkey King is the idea of him being mischievous. So it feels slightly out of place playing the stoic character that never speaks. Even though he's, I believe, is a different person. Like, I don't even know if he's a reincarnation. They're just never ready for it. Curse my extremely telegraphed attack. Like, even the Monkey King we play in the opening doesn't really seem like that. Granted, he's like going through it. Like, his first line is about seemingly the genocide of his people, so I get it. Contextually. Just no one really it's just neither of the Monkey King iterations we've been dealing with in this game read as the character to me. Granted, the voice acting was so weird for the original one that I'm good to be away from that, potentially. Made it to 15? Okay, that's one of the big thresholds. It's really weird knowing that I could just grind and get significant progress through these weird abilities. Each talent level slightly reduces the might decay when transformed. Might recovery speed. I don't understand might very much. Might have to check the tutorials again. Maybe I can read about it over there. I know that it's a meter, I just don't understand how it works or even where it is on the screen. Combat. Transformations continually consume might, require might, yeah. It runs out, it's gone. Yeah. I know what a meter is. I just couldn't see it anywhere, as far as I could tell. Even this, like, very unhelpfully, this tutorial screen shows 3 different meters. Maybe. So, like, there's obviously a white meter and a yellow meter, so that's already a problem, because it's too many meters there, without any of them being highlighted. Then on the left, there's a smoky graphic, which in some games might be a meter, but it might just be a interface graphic. Then on the right, we have the focus thing. Is part of that a meter? So where's the might? It's just really bad design to have the screen designed to explain the thing to you and not clearly explain the thing to you because it has so many extra elements competing for your attention. And these also, and then the thing that talks about might also doesn't show you what might looks like. It's like, this is just really like, it's like really novice stuff. Like, I don't know. I think it's the studio's first game, but it's like, damn, you didn't play other video games when you were making your game? Let's see. Reduces the duration of the forbearance effects, which in the loading screen I just read specified that's just like being on fire and being poisoned and so on. All the meters. Critical hit chance. I can crit? I always have mixed feelings on critting because it's like a RNG outcome. Where like, I hope this works out, I hope it's good, but you can't like depend on it. Random spikes of damage. Okay, so this is 20. What was I waiting for 15 for? These guys? Evanescence. When enemies are immobilized by when an enemy is immobilized the moment they attack, extends the immobilization duration and massively increases the damage the enemy takes. Oh! So now we're specifically incentivized to do immobilization when they are attacking. Okay. The guy that gave me the ability gave me like the tip to try to do it when it's like they're like staggering so that it doesn't backfire. So this is a surprise because this is exactly the opposite of the advice I got before. Maybe this will undo the part where previously it really felt like when I stunned people, they were when I immobilized people during an attack, it felt like they just immediately got back out of it. Massively increases engaged distance. That's neat. Okay, let's get this one. Why not? That's just a once-off ability. Which way was I going? Shit. Okay, that's new. It's impressive sometimes how easily I'm immediately like, wait, which way was I going like a second after I open a menu or something, because it's just kind of a forest. That must be guiding me to the next waypoint, the next checkpoint. Tiger subduing pellets. Lighting system just hard swapped for sure. Friend? Not friend. Bird. Angry bird? Greetings, angry bird. Ah! Wait. Ow. Got him. I imagine he's just blinking out of existence forever because he was at a shrine. So if he started respawning, that'd be a real awkward moment for everybody. I hate pottery. That's how you know that I'm a video game protagonist. Alright, let's go back. If I get lost, I can warp to that shrine now that I unlocked it. I'm sure there's other... these spots where the lighting toggles are very funny. They're so obvious. There's a lot of video games that have really dramatic lighting changes as you cross certain thresholds, but they do it relatively slowly as a gradient. Still distracting in its own way, because you're just like, you can be very aware of it visually. Ow. Whee! Oh, oh, poison. Okay, now I've been around most of this place. The extremely natural looking environment leads to this impression of vastness, which can be like kind of like grandiose from a visual perspective, but it really makes you like wonder like, wait, how many directions are there to go in? Where am I? Alright. Refill my sticky white stuff. Thank you. Nope.
Long bound by worldly cage, now free in nature's sage. Have you seen those nameless souls adrift on your path? Their wheels float aloft, never to fade. A shame, your gourd serves little purpose, and mine answers solely to me. I know a way to guide the souls, mend their paths, and set them free. It will aid you. Now, this is better. This gourd, though humble, may save the lost, banish their obsessions, and guide them.
Was that the blessed gourd? Under the guidance of a wise master, the Destined One has mastered the art of spirit absorption. The gourd possesses remarkable divine capabilities, allowing it to absorb the lingering wills of spirits left behind by formidable Yaoguais who have been defeated. Can I have the one back that I already earned? This is the guidance, right? For it absorbing this. I already killed the giant blue baby. Why I don't get its soul? What the fuck?
For one as destined as you, there can be no turning back. We are like tumbleweeds, drifting through life, with a destiny beyond our grasp.
I'll turn back. You're not my daddy.
Fair sights fade, but with ink I bid them stay. The road has claimed you. Now you must see it through. Your heart will guide you further. We shall meet again. Fair sights fade, but with the road, your heart...
Oh, nope. What? Hi. Press the wrong buttons real quick. Woo! Oh, you've got health. I ran out of stamina. I forgot about stamina. We're fine. Everything's fine. Ow. Mean snake? Snake patroller. As seasons turn, from slumber it parts, hidden in green, a hunter with arts. Small in shape, it devours the grand, or strikes a pain no cure can stand. In the kingdom of Hami, a small city stood against the mountainside, its lush grasses and dense forests a haven for serpents, much to the townsfolk's constant dismay. There lived in this city a snake hunter, masterful in his craft, who had freed the people from many a serpent's threat, earning a fair share of silver in the process. He boasted not of his wealth. Instead, he often dispensed porridge to the needy and prayed for all. So revered was he that the magistrate awarded him a dwelling for all his family to live in within the town walls. One day, a ragged monk, seemingly delusional, came begging at his door. The snake hunter's kind-hearted wife offered clothes and food, but the monk, unsatisfied, demanded liquor. The crowd scorned his impudence, their complaints growing loud until the snake hunter's return. He silenced the clamor and instructed his wife to bring the monk a gourd of spirits. Touched by the gesture, the monk warned, "A serpent guai lurks in your home. Ignore it not, or your family shall perish." The snake hunter scoffed at such mad ramblings and dismissed him promptly. Yet his wife heeded the monk's words and urged her husband to search for the guai. He, however, brushed aside her concerns. In her persistence, the wife fetched the mad monk once more to banish the evil. Indeed, with raw meat and an iron hook, the monk drew from their home a massive serpent, taller than a man, clearly a creature of power. 4 limbs it sprouts, and venom deadly, the monk declared. A mere touch is death. With those words he slew the serpent Guai for the woman. Strangely thence, the town remained untouched by further snake scourges, as if by the mad monk's hand, peace was restored. Maybe that was just the only one. And now I'll never see one again either. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I definitely hear something. I hate bells. Is that 3 enemy snakes? Are they alive? Oh, what? Undead snakes. The fuck? Oh god! I got screwed over by geometry there. Woo! Ah! Enough of you. Oh, all his bones are floating. Where are we going? Hi. Bad news. Nope. Corpse is freaking out. Alright. That's a whole lot. Oh, you can go down with the water. Okay. I was curious. I'd probably walk out into the lake area. Huh. Oh, it's hard to see. Oh, no. Oh, evil frog with allies. Oh, he has friends. Oh, he has friends. Ow. Okay. Got to ask you to chill the fuck out. Good. I also have to worry about them exploding into poison, because of course. Do I have friends at least? Out. Be on fire, nerd. I'm all out. No. No. Go. It's hard to see in this fight. Ugh. What's up? Ugh. Those gap closes are startling. KO! That's enough of you. Now I can suck up the big blue. Did I just permanently lose the blue baby's spirit? Like, that's annoying. I don't know what it's called. I just keep calling it the blue baby. It's the boss fight. I fought him for like an hour and a half. Where's my spirit for that guy? Spirit skills. When key is full, apparently that's a thing too. Left and right trigger at the same time to launch spirit skills. Transforming into a powerful Yao Guai to unleash their signature abilities cost key, which can be recovered by absorbing it from enemies during combat. Spirits of the Yao Guais can be cultivated at keepers' shrines to enhance their spirit skill. Take the form of Baw-Li-Guhh-Lang. Stick out the tongue to lash at foes from afar. Though soft, a tongue can inflict great damage. So press them at the same time. Moderately reduces the stamina cost for jumps and jump attacks. Okay. Brawr. Just go swinging the tongue around. I got another level. This is you gap close when you immobilize people, which is helpful for not wasting the immobilization, but I'm pretty much always immobilizing somebody that's already fighting me up close. I feel like you have to really invest in pillar stance for it to make any sense. Because at first glance, it's like a huge investment to get slightly elevated, and then they hit you once and the entire stamina meter's gone, and you're like, oh, this is useless. So I still have the counter thing equipped. This lets me use my second ability point as a follow-up. Increases damage reduction of a charged heavy attack. That's interesting, because I do those a lot. So I do less I take less damage. Let's max out exhilaration, because I do like the idea of getting healed whenever I do a varied combo. Because it's a source of healing separate from my gourd. So that adds up over the course of fights, most likely. Baw-Li-Guhh-Lang. Wrinkles on his skin so snug. A whiff of air. A fishy hug. Legs that spring to heights above. From the dirt and muck they love. In the lands west of Black Wind Mountain, within a kingdom named Ha-Mi, stood a small town. Every day before dawn... Bleh, I don't know why I'm, like, choking up. Every day before dawn, a humble market would gather just outside the town gate. It was a place where peddlers exchanged goods while waiting for the gate to open, but due to the prices, even the townsfolk began to participate. Thus, this market gradually gained its reputation. A few months ago, an odd oil peddler arrived at the market, garbed in robes of a pearly turquoise color, with his eyes that gleamed like copper bells. He had a voice that rang out with a boom, and his breath was foul and pungent. Yet he happened to be a keen talker and naturally was disliked by everyone. The oil he produces, on the other hand, was sought after by everyone. Who would not prefer the oil clear and smooth, and not to mention its price? One could exchange but a pinch of fragrant powder for a large gourd of such oil. One day, a wandering Taoist passed through the town and decided to visit the market. He enjoyed his experience until he sensed an eerie green mist emanating from the old peddler. A guai, no doubt. The monk chanted, and before the peddler could manage a decent struggle, it revealed its true form, a green-skinned giant frog. The bystanders were startled and grabbed whatever they could to use to attack. The frog kicked the ground with both legs, leaping higher than a tree, swiftly fled towards the mountains. In pursuit, the folks arrived at the marshes, where they witnessed countless small frogs scraping mucus from each other's bodies, collecting it in a large barrel. There they applied fragrant powder to themselves, hugging and sniffing each other in sheer delight. Just sniffing each other in delight. Just an orgy of frogs just rubbing each other and smelling each other. Okay, gotcha. Uh-huh, now I get it. Silently, the people approached and peered into the barrel. The mucus inside gleamed with clarity, just like the oil they had favored. At the sight, they were occupied by bouts of nausea and began to vomit. None had the strength to pursue and kill Guais. All the frogs noticed this and hastily fled, leaving the marshes filled with a rather unique scene. Gross. From all the puking and all that. It's not that alarming, though. I think especially in the modern world, you like so many products are animal products or derived in kind of gross ways that you just don't want to think about. It's like, oh no, don't tell people how cheese is made and stuff like that. They might feel kind of grossed out. Meanwhile, in these kinds of stories, I just feel bad for the Guai because the narrative that we're given doesn't justify harming them. It's just, oh no, a frog. He was a frog all along. You better fuck him up. It's like we have like the wolf that I can transform into has this like tragic story of like trying to fit in with various people and it only going poorly. And it's like he didn't do anything wrong, but he's a Guai. Which kind of feels like a dick move on behalf of the monk to just out him without investigating in any way. For all you know, he had like a whole life as a fake human peddler for like years. And you're just like, nah, you don't get to have this life anymore. Bye-bye. Somehow that... I guess it was clothed. I was like, I was about to say that somehow that snake corpse had... Oh, invisible walls, I guess? Somehow that corpse had yarn, I was about to say. You're not allowed to hurt them until the animation's over, apparently. Bye-bye. Is that big thing a statue, or is it that enemy again? Oop! Oh, it's a living enemy. Shit, I should be careful. I have to worry about him actually fighting back. You're not a skeleton. Ah! That was sloppy. Oh, fake. Fake and evil and full of bad Last of Us vibes. Oh, it flies! They fly now? I'm looking around. Okay, the yellow meter there is my might meter and the white one is the health, right? How do I know how much might I have when I'm not transformed, though? It says it regenerates. Unless they just mean my cooldown, which isn't really a might meter, it's just my ability cooldown, just like every other ability. Oh, these are not physical bamboo. You can walk through them. There's probably a good quality of life thing in a place this full of this stuff. Oh. Trying to make sense of this shape. Kind of has like a monkey face on this side? Maybe. I don't know why my weapon glows every time I run. I haven't figured out what that is. I don't remember buying anything that does that. Meowdy. That's a bit repetitive, but I feel like I might as well just charge up the big attack each time because they're rudely unattackable the whole time their animation is playing. Does make them a hilariously inept enemy. Don't cost me nothing. Suspiciously open space. Oh. Hi. Oh, accidentally killed an unrelated enemy. I mean, not that unrelated, but not my target. Be gone, y'all. This place is just full of these guys. I don't necessarily feel like fighting every single one. I want all the stuff. Okay, so we have not that unmarked because there's fire over there, but we have a path up here and the other one with the fire. Oh, it's where I jumped in the water and fought the frog. And apparently missed that lotus. It's funny that I keep looting plants just because I haven't used a single plant, I think, ever. I just keep grabbing stuff out of habit when I see a shiny, because maybe it'll come up eventually. I really struggle with using consumables in games that follow the Souls formula. It's one of my least favorite things about the Souls formula, which this game's kind of using in some ways, but not in others. Like, it's consumables versus its respawning versus like its bonfire system. Like that'll a lot of that stuff, and then my limited resource for healing myself, blah blah. That's all Soulsy.
This humble one's name is Guangmou. Should my demise come by your hands, please pass this message to my master. Searching for deity, mortals do aspire. Craving immortality, Yao Guais surely will conspire!
Hi! Huh. Rude. Why can't we just be friends? Why does no one choose friendship? What is he even shooting me right now, honestly? Beep. Oh, my organs. That was a double special dodge? What? How did I do that? Going with no healing is not great. Yep.
All's in vain. Save your own effort.
Ow. Rude. Have I gained a level? Nope. Cultivate spirits. Spend a tadpole and some will. Okay. I have the tadpole. How do I use this ability? I don't know how to tell how much ki I have. Retrieve your spirits. Oh, hello. This one just requires will. Wandering White, this bastard. Faithful Kowtow. Take the form of the Wandering White, bestow with utmost devotion, and ram the foe with your bronze skull, dealing massive damage. That was a douchey attack. Bong. No new armor. Two spots here, Forest of Wolves. This is the beginning of the game, right? I can tell where I am.
Report to Lord Ministry quickly. The monkey is here.
The monkey is here.
Who are you gonna report to?
I've killed them. I've killed them all.
I feel like I got surprised by progress here. Like the first boss fight happened and then I was in a new zone. Good effort. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember being here. It's good to know that the teleport system keeps track of all the older spaces, because this game is like a huge linear zone. It's basically just like a long hallway so far, with a bunch of like little spokes for you to go poking at to see what's over there and stuff. Why do I feel like this is a rock that wakes up? No? Kind of felt like a bear. Okay, so this is the Minotaur fight. That's where I fought the bull.
These, Master, are mighty kings of Syria.
And I have been through here. Okay, so now I've been everywhere here. This little route was just the same destination. I have a lot of like, I end up with a lot of lingering threads that I'm worried about, and then I look back and the game's much more linear than even anticipated. I think a lot of the areas just are shaped like figure eights. Stuff kind of like wraps back around. Okay, so all this stuff respawns. I was kind of thinking they were like unique pickups. Can't go that way. Okay, yeah, let's get back out of here. That's enough of that. I think the primary reason to explore is just to keep an eye out for missable NPCs, because definitely that horse was very missable. I don't know if that has consequences, but he's kind of like off in a little side pocket where I definitely could have just not seen him. Oops. Alright, well this guy's gonna be fucked once he realizes that I can heal normally. Transforming into a fire wolf is interesting. It doesn't feel terribly skillful. It kind of feels like I just transform into a form where I get to just hang out and spam attacks because my health bar doesn't matter anymore because it's not shared with my main character. And he does so much damage to the enemy's health bar. It's like immediately such a power boost. I definitely wish I had killed the wolf first. I thought he was like the critical path. He probably was actually. But I figured I should kill the optional boss first. That's just intuitive. So I was focusing on the blue baby as the optional-ish looking guy first. And being able to transform into a wolf that could do a bunch of damage and has an all extra health bar would have helped a lot in that hour and a half of pain I put on myself. Hi, friend. Big frog. I'm a shapeshifter, I guess. It's getting weird. I mean, I knew that the Monkey King is a shapeshifter, but playing as one is weird. My stamina. My stamina finally ran out, ending my onslaught that lasted the first 75% of his health in one go. Just chaining together all the nonsense I have built up at once. God, he had a bad time. That's not nice. The fourth chief. It's all filled in. I wonder if these lists got longer. They had a specific number of question marks. And now it's like, oh, that must be the whole. Maybe that's the whole game. But now we're filling in the entire category so quickly that I'm like, that can't be the whole game, right? Because it sounds like the game's actually kind of long. Guangmou, with a monk's facade, but a serpent's heart. He wields deceit, playing many parts. His desires shift, insatiably pursued. Faithless to his master, old teachings he eschewed. I'm noticing a funny little quirk where there's just like text formatting mistakes left and right in these things. Oh my god, this is a long one. The last one I read had no line break between its paragraphs, and this one has a double line break between the first paragraph and the second one. Just like stuff copied and pasted from like a separate text document into the code, and then like weird glitches happening. It's funny to me just because it happens to me all the time when I'll type up posts and then I'll have to copy paste them between like Twitter, Blue Sky, the Patreon announcement tab, and the like Patreon channel of my Discord or something, and like each time all of the lines will get really screwed up and like, what? No, stop it. Guangmou, the great tactician, was not like his senior fellow pupil Guangxi. From a young age, his heart yearned to be a legendary Yao Guai master, remembered for ages. But fate had other plans. When old... I never know how to deal with this one. With old Ling Zuzi sent his beloved disciple to Guanyin Temple to be a monk, old white snake grew worried. The snake feared it was old Ling Zuzi's plot ploy to win favor with the Black Bear Guai and commanded Guangmou to join the monkhood as well. Before he left, the snake warned him, never fall behind, least of all behind Guangxi. But no matter how hard Guangmou tried, Elder Jinchi never seemed to favor him as much as Guangxi. Even when he learned faster and trained harder, Guangmou consoled himself, believing this stemmed not from his own failings but from the snake's ham-fisted meddling, which had turned the elder against him. He found solace in the notion of returning to the mountains one day, when he could embrace his Yaoguai nature, unshackled by such trivial concerns. Guangmou can still recall Jinchi's teachings. You can be too extreme, too uncompromising. Always leave some room, and some things unfinished. But the day Jinchi saw the Kasaya of Eversparks, he desired it so intensely that he forgot his own words and wept long into the night. Guangmou saw the thought taking root in the old monk's heart, to kill for his prize. Everyone shied away from the idea, but Guangxi boldly spoke the truth. Guangmou seethed with inexplicable rage. In his mind, a scheme within a scheme began to take shape. As Elder Jinchi drank tea with the two monks, Guangmou glimpsed an untamed malice in the monkey's eyes, a hunger for vengeance. Building on Guangxi's gambit, Guangmou goaded and prodded, weaving a merciless plot that left no room for escape. The old monk was delighted, and for the first time he acknowledged Guangmou's wit. With his plan set, Guangmou knew that doom would strike that night. Summoning a gust of wind, he hid in the bamboo grove behind the mountain. As anticipated, a great fire broke out that night, but it failed to kill the two journeying monks as intended. Instead, it burned the entire temple to the ground. Alas, the world harbors such petty souls, capable of ensnaring the lofty and vanquishing them from with cunning plots. Perhaps this is what is meant by slaying with a borrowed blade. Oh, I have a spark. Whoops. Oh, because I just beat a boss. Fool that I am. Let's make my varied combo stronger. I like those so far.
Guangmou. Guangzhou. I remember now. The evil monks abetted Elder Jinchi to burn the great sage and tongue monk alive. That's these two. I thought they were already turned into ashes by that fire. Who would have thought they had turned into Yaoguais?
Is this a new direction? Then there's the uphill. Oh. These sparks usually indicate that there's a shrine. Yep. I don't have a frame of reference for slaying with a borrowed blade. Maybe I don't want to keep leveling these up. There's too many different ones to compete right now. This one requires a tadpole each time, though. Maybe fighting another frog. Guangmou. Veiled Vipers. Take the form of Guangmou, call forth snakes to spit venom upon foes and inflict poison damage. The snakes will slither away once their venom is depleted. Depending on how it's played out, like, adding poison damage could be really strong over the course of a fight, but it's hard to say. Blood of the Iron Bull. These are all epic, and they all cost high. This one has caltrop icons, probably to indicate that it's a trap-based ability. Oh, this one gives me 20 more defense. That's interesting. Huh. Poison damage resistance. Hmm. Fragrant vine. It's the musky tendril. Oh, people don't like it as much when I call it that. We haven't seen behind him yet. Oop. Big bell. These seem to be announcing us, based on what he said before. But it's unclear if that does anything mechanically. I kind of intuitively thought it might be changing enemies.
After the bell rang, it seems as though the resentment in the depths of the mountain has grown. Ah, forget it. Overthinking won't help. Your presence has already made a mess in the mountain. Why not go ahead and take them out, once and for all?
Okay, so once again, these areas look massive, but it's all invisible walls, so it's much smaller than expected. So it was just that thing. I definitely wonder if those things like spawn a new enemy somewhere, or make the enemy the area more dangerous, or some kind of like overall effect. Snake?
These snake guys are nothing to fear. Snake gall steeped in drink, though, makes a fine tonic to flush malady. Here, here, young friend. Be my guest inside.
Oh, a monkey that actually talks? It's been a while. That pose.
Well, well. I'd stake you're one more monkey from Mount Huaguo. I've met many of you. By rank of birth, you all ought to call me forefather. But I'm just an old monkey, banished to the mortal world. I brought treasure troves down to this road, though. Have a look, if something catches your fancy.
So we can upgrade our gourds and our drinks. I guess gourd might be capacity and drink might be the healing for each heal. Yep, one more gourd use. Requires one fragrant wine. Well, I got one of those.
You need a fine gourd to drink from.
A fragrant
I'll fetch
vine.
you a fitting one.
Okay, so that vine I found is a big deal then. Each time I find that I get an extra heal. Awaken wine. This one is wine. The other one's vine and this one's wine. Interestingly, my heal is already percentage based, so upgrading it's really powerful, right? Because like normally in these kinds of games, if we're comparing them to Souls games, I guess you get X amount of healing in a absolute term, but your health is getting longer as you level up. So to some extent, you're trying to make your Estus Flask stronger just to keep up with your own growing health bar to even be useful. But by default, this one is 33% of maximum health, and our health is going up from other upgrades. So that means it's already getting more healing value whenever I get more health in general. And so this is additional healing value on top of that. I don't have a wine worm though. A gall gem. Using the gourd moderately increases poison resistance for a short duration. Okay. He told me that the most potent pills are those cultivated within oneself. Seeking them externally will be futile. So I get a temporary poison resistance boost every time I heal. It's better than nothing, I guess. For a brief moment after using the gourd, slowly recovers a small amount of health. Okay, I don't really understand what a soak is and how it works, I guess. Because this is better. This makes me recover health over time. My question is, why can I buy 3 of them? That makes it sound like they are used?
Think of it as me earning a drink or two.
But I can only buy 1 of them. I mean, healing over time would be strong. 12 palaces rise, 9 floors high. Jade pool adjoined, emerald stream nigh. Kunlun's celestial abode shines bright. I don't know what you accomplish by getting more than 1 of them.
Drink, drink. It can lead to success or failure. Do drink wisely.
You just kind of intuitively figure that there'd be like, it's that one upgrade, you got it. And that's it. It doesn't say like, get stronger, it just says, well, you can hold 3 of them. Which makes it sound like a consumable that you lose permanently when you drink. Which is worrying, because that'd make it much less helpful. Trying to figure out the critical paths. Is this a dead end? Nope, that's the same drop-off point for a second ago. So they do loop back around to the same places. Can I interact with this? Yeah. Suspiciously looks like a fighting area, yep.
Hailed bird, what dimmed your shine? Past's grip beyond our grasp. The future we may still clasp. Late is the hour, young one, in which you choose to stain my tranquil abode. Pray tell, to what end do you seek?
Hi, Snake Man.
Gentle, if they engulfs all, the power of water. Can you feel its touch?
That's gonna be bad. Woo! That took a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Ow. Why did my immobilization just not work at all? Ow! What damage? Ah! So he's a bit aggro. Really just kind of comes at you. Okay. Rude. Game's intensely packed with boss fights. Like, it's like almost the whole game is boss fights, seemingly, which is surprising. Ow. Okay. Difficulty curves all over the place so far. Unlike when I was stuck on the blue baby, I'm not gonna be leveling up from this experience because there's no enemy on the run back. That was a kind of funny element. Is I feel like I gained 10 levels just trying to defeat that boss, and having to kill the 3 enemies on the way every time. Ow. Wow, you just melted that. Okay. Oh, my stamina. Nope. I wasted it. I wasted it so bad. Do that. I'll awaken your ripples. Woo. No, I drank twice by accident. Ah, the extent to which it queues up is so brutal. Got him.
You have forced my hand. Now you shall face what I truly am.
No, there was a phase 2 the whole time. Ow. How did he hit me in the air? That was his forward stab. You can't fool me. No. That's why I was using cowardice. Is this the type of game where you do every phase from scratch every time? Let's find out. Or is he pre-transformed? Still, it didn't take me long to get that far. He's extremely dangerous up close, but his AI doesn't necessarily know what to do with you fighting from a distance. And your jump heavy attack is weirdly good as a ranged poke. I'm standing on him. Why didn't I activate the thingy? It's really hard to activate the counterattack. Like, I don't really get how it triggers. Can you not skip this?
You have forced my hand. Now you shall face what I truly am.
Maybe eventually? I don't know. Oh, it didn't skip still. I can't tell. Whoop. Oh, my air attack used up all of my stuff. I cannot figure out how to trigger my own attacks. I don't get it. The parry thing is just really confusing. Oh, my stamina. No. No splashing. Ow. Ah! That didn't work. Okay, please don't die now. Oh, he has that kind of range, huh? Okay. Okay, don't get stuck. Don't get killed in a fucking healing loop. Come on, man. We're this close. Is he healing, actually? What's his health doing? I swear his health was going up. Like it was refusing to stay down. That last bit seemed like it took some work.
Halt! No ill will I bear. I'm merely my brother's eyes and ears. I feign my loyalty to guard this path on the bear's order. Your destiny's bleak and stark. In its grip, we share the mark. The Guanyin temple now lies in cinders, yet the elder soul endures. The root of greed ever fosters the stem of suffering. Better to forget the thing you truly seek.
It feels like
3 bells. Have you seen them all?
Do you too desire that which they ceaselessly hold dear?
The bells. 3 bells were set in the mountains since the Black Wind Guai's return, yet no one is allowed to go near them. Maybe the bells have something to do with the temple's burning. His words sound like truth to me, little monkey. Stay sharp and keep a lookout.
Is the third one past him? Or did I miss one? That's probably it. About to fight on the way here, though. I was doing really well in that attempt. Like I had a huge. I was like most of the way done with phase 2 already before I even had to heal more than like once. But it really fell apart at the end. Midly hit a point where all your tricks are running out. Doggies? No multi-kill. Okay. Oh. I've only gotten like 1 multi-kill, but ever since then I've been like hungering for it again. Smack. That sure seems like the third bell, and a dead person. Oh. It's a wolf. Oh no. Sad old man wolf. Ring the 3 bells to of awakening. Wait, did I just teleport? Wait. Did you teleport me? That's rude. I guess I can warp back. Well, yeah, I figured the Nintendo Power Pro tip for that boss fight is to use the stun ability right when he's getting low, because it felt like his health was recovering when it was low, but maybe it was the whole time. I'm not really sure. But being able to just burst him down with a big combo without having to worry about responding, being able to be that aggressive would probably have better consequences. Hello? These are enough chests in one area that I'm like suspicious they're going to fight me. Like one of them's gonna be a trap or an enemy. That's just a broken branch. Why an invisible wall there of all places? Man, these environments get weirdly dark. Poke. Craft weapons. Excuse me. The Willow Wood Staff, 30 attack. View weapons list. Oh. I can turn it into the Wind Serpent Staff. Moderately increases damage of light combo finishers. The effect is enhanced, massively enhanced when fighting in water, specifically. Okay, so this thing has like Monster Hunter, like upgrade trees. It's not just crafting a separate weapon. I was confused because I got here and it looked like this was just the weapon I was already using. Stats-wise, it wasn't changing anything. I'm like, so I was like, why would I craft that? So plus 10 attack is a big deal. It's the only option, so let's not really think about it. This thing has an overall... So I have a set bonus here. Sprint speed is up, and when sprinting... Oh, each second moderately increases attack. This can be stacked up to 10 times, and will cease upon stopping. So if I run for a while, I do bonus damage. That's what the set bonus was for this, and that's why I glow red sometimes. Recover health when my health is low. Get more when I'm in water. Massively reduces stamina cost while in water. They really want to fight in water with this set. It's like really heavily emphasized. Otherwise, the defense bonuses are very small. But the poison resist isn't bad. Somewhat debatable whether or not I want to invest the resources, maybe. It's kind of expensive. Less than 3,000 though. I spent that much on my flask upgrade, admittedly. I'm not using the running bonus. Always barefoot. Get them paws out. No, not set spells. Think I have anything else? Okay, so each one has a fixed slot. You can't just equip whatever you want in the 4 slots. The bottom one, the left one's misses, the right one's transformations. So I can't, like, get more transformations. Because, yeah, when I was seeing how strong the transformation was, I was thinking, like, when I get another transformation, won't it be even more terrifying? Because I can just do them end to end. They have individual cooldowns, but maybe not a shared one. But no, they literally share a casting slot, and that's it. Silk. Secret. Now I'm a little muddied in the water here, where I'm like, I thought, oh, I just unlocked the next zone. I better go back to the old zone to finish it. But now I'm wondering if that was... It says secret, so that makes me think that maybe it's a completely optional zone. So if I go this way, it'll probably just keep going. Nope, not at 20 yet. We're almost at another pip, which would be nice. So let's check the forward path past the boss, because at the very least there's probably another shrine up here. Blackwind Cave. Seems dark in here. Oh, just characters. Hello. The Whiteclad noble. A serpent youth in white, with furious gaze, writes poems, dances, yet fierce in battle's blaze. On a spring day, with a mild wind, in the marsh of white mist, an old wolf brews tea over a stove, watching the white reflection in the water. He mutters, "You and I should not be here." The white-clad noble, amid spear practice, hears these words. Swift as thought, he hurls his spear towards the stove, and in another instant he flashes over, grips the haft, and stands poised before the aged Zhao Guai. "Shall we sip blood or tea?" "Tea. Sit." They sit face to face. The old wolf hands the noble a bowl of tea. The noble drains it in one gulp. "A fine tea." The old wolf nods. "Does a raised mountain garrison warrant so many schemes?" The noble replies, "I come at my brother's command. There are no schemes." The wolf retorts, "My return from death, was it not a scheme?" The noble says nothing. The old wolf gazes at him, also silent. Despite the cloudiness in the wolf's eyes, his unease is apparent. The noble ponders for a moment, then finally answers, "That truly wasn't a scheme." "If not a scheme, then what was it?" "Have you heard about the child in the court? The Buddhas have a spell. They piece together items that mimic the body, chant the mantra of revival, and thus bring back a life." The old wolf smiles bitterly and shakes his head. "That, master, most assuredly, wields no such power." "Indeed, he does not. Yet the foul relic he obtained bears this potency," the old wolf says anxiously. "But living like this, I can barely sleep or eat in peace." "When doom is nigh, life may yet persist. When blessed with life, the loom of death lingers. Breathe and make peace with it, and you may find your tranquility." The old wolf says nothing. The noble lowers his eyes, also silent. For all the uncanniness of his eyes, his compassion is apparent. The old wolf says, "I'll leave this tea to you. Better to drink tea." The old wolf rises with a sweep of his sleeve, sighing deeply. "Living like this, on their blood. How could I bear to do that?" He totters away, not by the path he came, but turning down a fork in the road beside the marsh. "Tell the master he doesn't need to come to see me anymore." I wonder who the whole wolf is, the old wolf, because it sounds like it'd be the name that I struggle with, but that guy's the final the boss of that previous zone. But I thought that was the name of the character they said got revived. The leader that was missing and then they brought back. What is this guy? Looks like a hairless wolf or something? Hey, I did it! I did the parry. That never works. Wolf assassin. Hills and rivers, nature's sway. Kindness growls like grass and wood. Plants may fade, then bloom in May. All shall still stand where they stood. Once upon a time, A young wolf followed a gray elder wolf to learn the art of hunting. Despite his cleverness and diligence, the young wolf struggled to catch any prey. One day, the pale elder commanded him to find food alone or face hunger. Then the young wolf, hiding in the shadows of the mountains, finally managed to catch a rabbit. However, instead of eating it alive, he gently licked the rabbit's wounds, as if to heal them. The rabbit took the chance and fled into a pond, struggling to swim to safety, but the young wolf in pursuit forced it back into the water, just as the rabbit was about to drown. The young wolf rescued it, softly nudging its head and helping it breathe. The rabbit woke up, conscious but bewildered. Suddenly the distant howl of the gray elder startled both of them. In his panic, the young wolf accidentally crushed the rabbit under his paw. Heartbroken, the young wolf wept bitterly. As the elder approached and inquired, it became clear. The young wolf couldn't bring himself to kill the rabbit, so he repeatedly spared its life. Yet he also feared his own hunger, and that's why he refused to let go. Acknowledged, the gray elder then advised, "Your false kindness brought misery. Instead of hesitation, both of you would have been better off with a swift end." The gray elder's words seemed to have dawned upon the young wolf. Later it honed its lethal technique of hurling whirling blades from afar for stealth kills, believing this to be the ultimate form of mercy toward its adversaries. Given that that story that we did before that one came from the previous boss fight, immediately after that was the bell, and that bell had the character that was hung by the neck, it does make you wonder if they committed suicide instead of being killed, because given the situation, I assume that I kind of expect it to be like a killing. But oh, that's the thrown knife we heard about. God damn it. But him saying overtly that you won't have to come back to me anymore can mean all sorts of things, but it kind of can mean that they're not going to be here to be found. Don't know how to feel, but slightly reduces the decay. Is my recovery speed just meaning it's like making the cooldown shorter? There's so many things to put my points into. I do kind of want to just see a crit and see if I can notice it. A meditation spot, yep. Oh. Celestial Tai Pill. A miraculous pill crafted by King Father of the East of the Mountain of Fangzheng that increases maximum mana. Ding, immediately another spark. Let's make dodging cheaper. Kind of scattered all over the place. This, especially in the passives menu, it's like kind of a no-brainer that I'd want a number of these things. That should go potentially go further down for another pip too. I'm really torn. It's hard to pick and choose with what we're given here. I think that was the second story we've heard, at least, where somebody has a tragic experience. In this case, the wolf killing the rabbit that they didn't want to kill. And then their takeaway is to become incredibly, horribly lethal and kind of monstrous. Like, it's a sad outcome for the wolf that they became that. Like, this is my answer. I'll just grant mercy all the time. He just becomes like a mass murderer, essentially, when they were somebody that previously didn't want to kill at all. This guy took the fire out. Oops, I took that fire out. That's gonna be hard to see. I have lock on, though. Bad news for you. Bit abusable. We previously had the wolf that slit his mother's throat, or not that wasn't a wolf actually. That was just a human bandit, I think. But he slit his mom's throat to save her from the bandits, but then joined them and was seen as a traitor. But then mysteriously, all those bandits died horribly later, suggesting that he actually was planning on their murders all along by infiltrating. Oh, I thought those were friendly NPCs because they're next to a bonfire. Ow. Oh, wasted that. Hi. Sit. Good boy. Yeah, that direction's gonna be a big deal. Alright. Let's go back to the secret. Still kind of surprised that Evanescence is a one-off ability. Oh, my entire computer is freaking out because my internet went down, apparently. Oh boy. Okay. No battle.net, I don't want to pop up in front of the video game I'm playing. No thank you. Okay. Gotta go a little bit further down this thing. Charged heavy attack does less, but that's when you're manually charging it up. This whole tree is just about manually charging the smash, which is a cool ability, but I don't care about it that much, because I'm using it mostly outside of main combat. Ooh, perfect dodges retain the focus you've built up is interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I want to invest in this particular tree. There's a decent opportunity just to use both of my focus points in one attack. One more. For now, we'll just do the reduced stamina cost of heavy charge attacks. I got 3 focus now. There we go. Much better. Nope. Ah. Whoops. the delay before it lets me click, move around on the menu. Seems clear at this point that I am in fact not going to be wrapping that zone up, and this is more, this is the small tangent by comparison. No!
Oh, thank Amitabha! Oh, finally then, the 3 bells sang! Disciples come, I hear travelers approaching my temple carrying new treasures! I cannot see you, but I recognize your odor. You are back? It must be you who took that Kasaya. Now give it back!
Not the angry baby fight. Oh god. He has ads. Oh. What? Why'd they all disappear in the nether back? Are they enemies or not? Oh, they're not, maybe? This fucking enemy's back. He's probably worse now, isn't he? And he still does 11 billion damage. Elder Jinchi. Alas, this old monk, so unwise. Nope. That's definitely a named character from the other descriptions. There is a big interwoven narrative between all the descriptions, and I do appreciate that the people being mentioned are then just people that show up like right in front of you throughout the experience. You're like, oh shit. It is kind of a, once again, a Dark Souls-y thing going on here. It's remarkable how Dark Souls this game is when it's also not Dark Souls. Like, its basic gameplay does not resemble Dark Souls really, like during combat. But it has an Estus Flask, it has the bonfire system, it has a similar relationship where if you rest, you make the enemies respawn, but you get your healing back. It does not do the thing where you lose your souls when you die. But it does do the thing where you get half of the lore from what's functionally like item descriptions throughout the thing. Like there's a interesting overlap. Alright, so he still does 1 billion damage, and me having a bit of a health upgrade has not saved me from that. Ow. That didn't dodge for shit. No, this. His health definitely goes down faster than the previous one did at the time. Ah, that stupid multi-part explosion is so annoying. 'Cause if you get thrown off by part of it, you probably get comboed by the whole thing. I think if you time it perfectly, you can dodge the following waves, but I don't feel like I can do that clearly. That it being a telegraphed like melee attack, it's tougher when trying to interpret when an AoE is going to go off. God damn it. Oh, here come all the... Uh-oh. Ah! Ow, my entire health bar. Ah! Did I lose my lock on? Oh god, phase 2. What's he doing now? Can't go that way. Oh. Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Hi. What's happening? First try. Ooh.
$270 spent. Kasayas collected by the hundreds. Still one short without his. Oh. Stop! 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 Leave it! Just leave it! Stop the fire!
I realized right after I said that it was probably third try, I think. I think I got obliterated like instantly 1 or 2 times. The first like memorable attempt just burst through the whole fight. Got it. Whew. Thank God I didn't get stuck on him for an hour again. Oh. I think that's the wolf. Just sad. Extremely demon skunk coated. That's a separate topic. Oh. Fireproof mantle. Let everything else burn. I care for nothing but my master. Give it to me. Quickly.
The fireproof mantle. The great sage borrowed it from Virapaxa. How did it end up here? You must have freed that miserable soul. Oh, such is his end. A tragedy prologued by a single glance. It's getting late. Let's hurry up the mountain.
I'm not sure if I totally follow, but it sounds like he was brought back to life for other people's, based on other people's desires and goals for him. And he said that he couldn't bear to live off of the blood of others, implying that it's like some level of sacrifice or cost to his continued existence. It's hard to tell exactly when the descriptions of stuff are requiring me to have outside knowledge of the culture, or if they're mistranslated or just shakily written, or if they're trying to be vague on purpose. Sometimes I think all three happen. These lighting thresholds are very funny. It's just so stark. The refusal to have a crossfade really leads to a situation where, like, even when you're not actively looking at it, you just notice the toggle as you're running through, where it's like, boop, something changed instantly. Alright. So I guess I kinda gotta run through this whole place again. Whoops. We'll be caught back up in a moment. These zones are not huge. This guy back? He's not back. I maybe have technically never rested in this world. Okay, we're back. And I got one more of these. Quick Hand. Each talent level slightly increases the charging speed of all stances. Which has got to be a handy ability. It's just that as much as I like charging up my heavy attack outside of combat as a big fuck you to random mobs, I almost never use it against the actual boss fights. Grants massive focus upon seeing through and hitting the enemy with Resolute Strike. Massive focus. That'd be good. And focus is what you spend to do Resolute Strike, so it increases the chance you'll be able to do the follow-up attack Skyfall Strike, but it also, like, just kind of creates a feedback loop where you keep getting more focus to use. Oh, Thrust Stance is here. Switching to Thrust Stance allows the Destined One to charge by holding heavy attack while remaining stationary. Upon releasing heavy attack, the Destined One can execute a swift thrust attack at a distant enemy. It's a really long distance charging move, akin to like what a lot of the other bosses have. Is Resolute Counterflow specific to Smash Stance? Can you not use it while you're set to other stances? Do you have to switch back to Smash Stance every time you want to be able to counter? Because that's a little weird. Doesn't seem inherently tied to the other abilities, because this is the big charge up that's melee. It is funny that I maybe am not interested in any of the stances, and I just want the passive stuff, because this whole bit here is like the passive tree that's not tied to any of those, and this is also maybe similarly unrelated, because it's just built off of this specific counter ability. Increases stamina recovery when hitting enemies with Thrust Stance, so you get stamina back. Offense in defense. Following light attack with heavy attack, Y performs tactical retreat. Destined One hops backward and hones his defenses while preparing for another fierce attack. Following tactical retreat with another heavy attack, consumes a focus point, unleashes forceful thrust. It's a little dodge then attack. Holding light attack. Oh, it does that one spammy spear attack I've seen plenty of before. Increased crit chance. Staggered or repelled enemies take increased damage from charged thrust heavy attacks. With 4 focus points, automatically perform a thrust heavy attack immediately after a dodge or a perfect dodge. Kind of just looking at this tree trying to see what its purpose is and if I care about it. Exempts all stamina cost of a short duration after seeing through the enemy in tactical retreat. So you see through people with tactical retreat also. Is that clear? I don't think it's mentioned seeing through people. That's a weird gap in the language. Yeah, it says that you can see through people using Tactical Retreat, but Tactical Retreat never mentions being able to see through people. And you can also get down to this part of the tree without even unlocking that part, because it's not in the conjoined part of the tree, it's in the split part of the tree, which is its own weird choice. Huh. Because yeah, the only place that mentions see-through is Resolute Counterflow, which is in a different stance. Anyway, let's get this thing because it seems helpful. I'm not really psyched about thrust stance so far. It's gonna be expensive to get all the way to 20 though, to get the next focus point. These are down at 30, so I can't get much further in the mysticism tree. It's funny, I like the mysticism tree, I'm just hard locked from going anywhere with it for a while. It's just so it's gated behind such high levels. I think that given the amount of open space we have here, I must unlock new spells probably sooner than that. And that's where it will make more sense why they wouldn't let me go anywhere yet. Because it's a weirdly vacant screen. Yaoguai Kings. Elder Jinchi. With empty hands he preached, yet gold was his quest. He left no wealth, yet just doctrines to attest. A life of greed, his doom was sealed tight. If deeds were weighed, would he still face his plight? After 2 months of peace, Tang Monk reined in his horse. He saw towers and halls nestled deep in the fold of the mountains. At the gate of the place, they saw that it was indeed a temple. The master and his disciple exchanged the joystick is so strong. The master and his disciple exchanged greetings before passing through the mountain gate. In the main hall, they saw the name of the place, Guanyin Temple. Tang Monk was overjoyed, but Monkey said, "Master, this is no good place. Better to leave soon." But the monk wouldn't listen. He knew before every golden statue he saw in prayer. He knelt before every golden statue he saw in prayer, and the monkey, impatient with his master's attitude, began to strike the bell incessantly, startling all the monks in the temple. Those from the upper and lower halls all poured out. The monks greeted Tang Monk. Monkey used his see-through eyes to look around and laughed. "Why do you monks here look so sickly and weak? Or your spirits strained? Have you broken the precepts?" In Tang Monk's perception, the monks all wore brand new kasayas and had tall, sturdy bodies. He considered Monkey's words to be mere nonsense and remarked, "Don't speak so recklessly." Then he turned to apologize to the monks. The monks themselves regarded Monkey's words as nonsense as well. Only 2 small monks, hidden in the crowd, dared not reveal themselves. The elder of the temple invited the master and disciple to the back chamber for tea. After the monks had taken their seats and the feast was laid out, the 2 small monks assisted the elderly monk inside. Tang Monk bowed respectfully. The 2 exchanged a few pleasantries, and Tang Monk inquired, "May I ask about your esteemed age, venerable elder?" The old monk replied, "Despite my many mistakes, I have lived to see my 270th year." When Monkey heard this, he laughed and said, "Old skinflint, why do I smell Yaoguai at this temple?" The old monk did not answer. Tang Monk hastened to interject, "This disciple of mine can be somewhat unruly at times. Please, do not take offense." A small monk was just then using an exquisite vessel to pour 3 cups of fragrant tea for them. The monkey stared at him and said, "Where are you from, little monk?" The small monk sat down the tea and swiftly hid behind the old monk. Biting his finger, he said, This one has a furry face and a strange head. He's a bit scary. Tang Monk glanced at Monkey and said, "Mind your words. Don't offend people with your brashness." He then shifted the conversation by praising the tea and the vessels. The old monk didn't seem to mind. Instead, he asked Tang Monk, "Noble sir, hailing from the Emperor's capital, might you have any treasures that you could lend me for a mere glimpse?" Tang Monk declined repeatedly, but Monkey laughed and said, "Master, isn't your Kasaya itself a treasure? Why not allow him a glimpse?" All the monks laughed. Then they brought out 12 cases of Kasayas, unfurled them and hung them up for Tang Monk to see. But Monkey laughed and said, very well. Put them away. Bring ours out for a look too." Tang Monk grabbed Monkey and tried hard to stop him, but Monkey said, do not fret, I know what I'm doing." Without more words, he took out the Kasaya for the monks to see. As the old monk gazed upon such a wonder, his spirit was touched. He walked up to Tang Monk and knelt with tears in his eyes. "This humble monk is verily bereft of fortune. My eyes are dim and clouded. I cannot see it clearly." Monkey laughed again and said, "And how do you intend to inspect it clearly?" The old monk replied, "This is not how you format paragraphs." "If you would be so kind and trusting, allow me to take it to the back chamber and study it carefully overnight. I shall return it to you tomorrow morning before your departure. May I know your thoughts on this?" Upon hearing this, Tang Monk was startled and chided Monkey. Monkey laughed and said, "What are you afraid of? Let him take a look. Let him take it for a look. If anything goes wrong, I'll handle it." And then the story just ends. Huh. I feel like I should get caught up on some Journey to the West in some Cliff Notesy form just for more context while I go. And not just what I've done so far, which is that I've been watching, not have been watching recently, but just as they've come out, I've watched every episode of Journey to the West by Overly Sarcastic Productions, which is a very particular, specific series that frames it as like almost like a Dragon Ball Z recap. Okay, a Kasaya is just the robes that they're wearing. Gotcha. I wanted to check that I'm not just like missing what they are to begin with. Because if I'm wrong about things, everyone will know. Let's see. Yeah, that definitely reads as a chapter of Monkey's story from Journey to the West. Oddly, the first one so far. That's kind of funny, huh? Craft? Armor? Oh. Bronze monkey mask. +8 defense, +3 burn resistance. Kind of a terrifying mask to look at, but we'll question less why he's never making expressions, I guess. A little too small for his face. It just feels a little weird in that way. Deals additional damage to enemy upon crashing their immobilization. Ooh. Upon crashing the immobilization of the enemy, massively reduces the cooldown of immobilize spell. Ooh. Does that just mean that if I immobilize an enemy and I break it, like I finish exploding the immobilization, then I get a cooldown reduction? And I get bonus damage from it? Like, this is what I've been special at. Damn, I should not have bought that other set then. This is immediately like a cooler set. And this is also more expensive. And way more defense. Uh-huh. I regret getting the stupid water set. I thought I'd feel... Oh, I need silk. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 silk. Performing light attack following Evanescence directly triggers the finisher of light attack combo. Ooh. It doesn't backfire in some way. Evanescence. Wake me up inside. I thought I could buy silk. Yarn? Travel? Let's see if I imagined it. Was it available at a previous store? Does each shrine have a different store with its own inventory and I have to double check all of them? It's not cumulative? Or was it the monkey? Yarn, stone, the ancient single, let us. Where'd the silk go? Let's check the monkey. Was it the monkey? Could have sworn I've seen silk for purchase already. Was it you? Also, have I found this yet? Nope.
His drink, all is bliss.
What? No, so he doesn't have it either.
Doubt it, the highest court is a cage. Remember, young friend, a sip makes one tipsy, many sips make.
I don't understand. Was it in the secret zone? Are there other stores I'm forgetting? Did I miss the window for buying silk and it went away? I definitely have seen silk before, because I saw it before I had a use for it. Why would this even happen? Okay. This vendor is different. Gotcha. So let's just buy, I should probably just buy what's here. Yeah, a weapon material. Considerably increases maximum health for long duration. Evil repellent. Let's see. Let's get the one that stacks with Evanescence next. There we go. And I'll need 2 more. I'm out of money, but I'll need 2 more silk so I can afford the helm next. And then I'll have to look like that. But I will have cool bonuses to the specific ability that I've been keeping maxed out so far. I definitely regret crafting the water set, but maybe there'll be a specific water boss fight that I can switch to it to really, like, reap my rewards or something, but otherwise, womp womp. Alright. That'll be it for today.